Hi, I'm Brian, and welcome to the Mews Forest channel. It's Saturday, February 15th, 2025, and today I have no sap. So a few updates I want to share. One, I want to talk about the lack of sap, and two, I want to solve the debate on how to put your buckets, how to put the tubing in your buckets from the top or from the side. In terms of sap flow, I got nothing. I tapped way too early. And if you're in New England and you're a hobbyist like me, let's all say it together now. We all tapped too early. I know the experienced people that do this time and time again. You've probably beat me and you've done a far better job, but the weather was looking good a few weeks ago and then it wasn't. And so it looks like February is going to be a bust for Connecticut, Northern Connecticut this season. I started to get a little bit of a run, like a drip a few days ago when it was 45, 46 degrees, and then it froze, and here we go. I got maybe like a drop or two. So the big debate, do you put the tubing from your taps into the top of the bucket, or do you put it on the side of the bucket? And this year I've done an experiment to see which one would be a better setup. And I am pleased to say that the side wins out by far. What I found with the top of the bucket, what I liked about doing the top of the bucket is I didn't want to damage the integrity of this bucket. And so I thought, well, I'm going to have a lot of these buckets. I can use them for other things. No, don't use them for other things. Only use it for sap collection. You don't want to mix any other chemicals in there. Realize that one. And two, where I thought I would lose the integrity of having the holes in here, I thought when I picked up the bucket to consolidate all the sap when I'm harvesting, I thought by carrying it, the sap would spill out over here. The truth is, I'm not having enough sap to totally fill this bucket. And even when I fill it, I want to leave a little bit of sap below the line here so it doesn't flop and spill out of the edge. And it gives me the ability to easily pour it into another bucket or into an evaporator or into a pan. And so these holes don't really bother me as much. The problem with putting the holes in the top of the bucket is just this. See the ice buildup? When there's a lot of snow and when there's rain, it gets into the holes and then you're boiling more water than you need to. As you look over here, the other problem is when you're doing that, you've now damaged the cover of these buckets. And at the end of the season, or when you're getting ready for new season, you have random buckets that have 2 holes in it if you're using 2 taps per tree or different trees. And some covers have 1 hole. So what do? It's the same problem with the buckets, but that's a little bit less of an issue. And now I'm worrying about the water getting in. So the big lesson learned for me this year is to put the holes in the side of the bucket. Interesting experiment. The more I do this, the better I get. So what do? What's the system that works best for you? The real answer is don't do any buckets. Use vacuum tubing. But my wife would kill me if I did that. And I'm pretty sure she wants to kill me right now with all the buckets I bought. I think I'm officially banned from going to Tractor Supply because every time I go to Tractor Supply, I mysteriously bring back a few more buckets because I have a lot of trees to tap. And we don't go to Tractor Supply anymore because my wife will kill me and we don't want that. Anywho, that's all. That's it. I hope everyone's having a great Saturday and enjoying the season for 2025. If you're getting a lot of sap, let me know. And if you're not and you live in Connecticut, I feel your pain.